Hi everybody, we are at the COVID facility building opening ceremony. They're getting ready to cut the ribbon. The chairman is here and will give a speech, and then we'll go inside and tour the building.
Good afternoon, my relatives. I just want to welcome everybody to the blessing, the dedication of the COVID isolation facility. We would like all of our elected officials to line up over here by the ribbon on the right side, and all of the CCC construction over here on this side. As soon as our drum group comes out, we're gonna cut the ribbon. And then we're gonna go inside for the prayers and the blessings.
Dirty it up with the moon. I know, I got dirty.
Let's move over that.
Ooh, it's going up. Okay.
Oh, everybody, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, halos on everybody now. Good afternoon. We are live here at the COVID hospital. They're turning over the keys, and first of all, they're gonna cut the ribbon here shortly. We're just waiting momentarily. And these are all the people involved for this structure here that's going to be dedicated, and the turnover of the keys.
Okay, we'll get ready. We're going to have an honor song. Drum group, we're going to cut the ribbon. Mr. Chairman, if you would step forward, all of you step forward to the ribbon so we can take some pictures. Everybody get right up in there on the ribbon.
Let me know, Chris.
Okay.
It's getting away from you.
These are real too.
Yeah, those are real.
I don't want to hurt you.
Everybody got it.
I hope so.
You guys ready? Okay, here we go. you all for coming. If we could make our way, there's some seats here. You can take a seat or else line up towards that way, so we'll have the speakers in the front here. So come on in. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Everybody welcome. We have a couple of the city council representatives here. We have our tribal council. We have our district chairman, association here. Tribal council.
Hi, Debbie.
We have our DARE team. A lot of representatives here today. We'd like to call it first, to start our prayer. I'd like to call Jesse Larson to give us an opening prayer.
I'll be like to say a few words on behalf of our leadership and our contractors, our CODAs that came and did these buildings for us. On behalf of my employer, Dean Marsky, hiding someplace, oh, back there. And CCC, Brett, and Brian, and Brett Knudsen, the gentleman back here, has been here from the beginning. And this is his last week or second to last week. He keeps hanging on. They keep trying to ship him out, but he keeps hanging on. So I want to open up with a little pair of Wahpeton. We want to give thanks for all that, even the CARES Act money that came in, and the leadership in the past that thought of this plan, and the leadership, present leadership that brought it forward and finished it. We have 2 more projects to finish in phase 2 of this building and the daycare, which would be in April 1st deadlines. So we're really proud of what's been done on our reservation. Proud of all the hands that had a hand in this. So with that, I'm gonna ask that all of us give thanks for what has been brought to our land. So I ask in your hearts and in your minds to make prayer and give Wahpeton, give thanks for what we have and what we're gonna have. So Nina Wahpeton, I'm gonna play the best I can in our people's language that was given to us from the Creator in the beginning of time. So Nina Wahpeton, many thanks. Ate wakantaka tagashin winikia. Ake wamadi hi wachashin nazi wacheke do yugavich tagashina. A better the head tagashina Nina Wahpeton tanka. A better the head tagashina dako was cheke do ke dako as warrior tagashina near do Nina Wahpeton. Wana better the Sisseton-Wahpeton Oyate tagashina. Wana COVID isolation building had. Wana Nina Wahpeton. Dako was a chuni do, Nini was there do. Okay, was tagashina was ever not nawaza do. A care you exia was one not keen da. Nina Wahpeton care, Padamia do.
Thank you. And I'd like to call up the chairman, Sisseton-Wahpeton Oyate, Mr. Delbert Hopkins.
Oh, okay. I don't know if my glasses just protected or not. I appreciate, most importantly, I appreciate the, like Jesse said, I like to bring knowledge to our former, leadership that started these projects. Like you said, this project, there's 2 other projects in, Agency Village. So I want to remind them, and also too, back then in the planning department too, along with others that, started these projects. And the leadership back then, and the ones that right now, like I know we got the travel secretary, Louis Johnson from the former, we got Curtis last year texting on Facebook. So I want to thank those that brought it too. And also acknowledge our new leadership that we're gonna finish these projects for the ones that started these. So that's how it should be in our leaderships. When we start projects, the next one's coming, we finish them. finish them in a good way for our community, because they're all for our community members and they're all gonna benefit. And for this COVID building, that's gonna help a lot of our travel members. We could hear a lot of stories from Sonny. Sonny is a big part of this too, and also Eddie Johnson, from a former vice chairman. You hear all those stories of all the homes they helped. They can say more about that, but I'm just gonna acknowledge that a lot of the families that they helped. And also too, with the leadership of Sisseton here, opening the doors, and also too, of us being in talks too, of working together on this pandemic. So I wanna thank, Wahpeton Oyate to our construction people back there, that continue to help us. I know Bruce is not here. Bruce has been with or is Bruce here? I know Dean is back there, but I think he'll be talking, but I don't wanna say much about that, but they've always been here. Bruce has always been helping our community. I know when I came in, I wanted to bring everybody on the board, same board, DCA, planning, RPC, everybody on the same page, so it works better that way when we're all know what's going on and these projects are running smooth. I'm just honored to see these projects through, so it benefits our community, and also to Wahpeton Oyate for our Yapaha, our community member. We honored him I think a couple months ago in that meeting too. Tom's always been here helping us. With that, I'm going to turn it over to our next speaker. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
Yapi. This is a great day, and I'm so thankful for our consolidated construction and HKG and Brett, everybody that's been a part of this. And here we are. We brought it to fruition, and it's a beautiful building. They work steady and hard and consistently on weekends to get this facility done. And I want to recognize the COVID task force, Sonny LeBlanc and Tammy Dakota and Doris Lewis. They work hard helping the community members, delivering food, and they're actually, this is going to be their home. They're going to have their office here, and they'll be helping the people that are in isolation. And I want to acknowledge Dinah Chunku, because I asked her to draft some policies for this building, for the COVID-19 quarantine and isolation facility. That's the correct name for this building. So she drafted the policies and procedures, and we didn't adopt them yet, but they look very good. And this will be under the administrative authority of the tribal executives, this building. And Sonny LeBlanc will be overseeing the isolation facility, and along with all his workers, his crew. So I just want to share that much, and just thank the mayor for being here, the CEO of this service unit, Randy Jordan and Terry Jaspers. And then also Leah Fighton, she's going to be have direct supervision over the COVID task force, and then we'll be about that later. So that's kind of how we're going to operate, but it's a work in progress. It's a beautiful building, and I really want to thank Brett and Dean and all concerned for everything you've done for us here. Thank you.
Next, are there any tribal council members that would like to come up and say a few words?
I must have dropped my speech, everyone took my words already.
Anybody?
Brett Christopherson.
Brett Christopherson?
Well, Curtis,
Okay.
well, anyway.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. This is really a nice facility, and I'm proud that we're it's done, and, it was a lot of work in progress, a lot of meetings. I just wanna thank, CCC for their commitment in, making this happen on such a short notice. I don't think they've ever gotten something done in a short amount of time they did. And I wanna thank them for all their hard work and dedication. And I also wanna thank Dean Marski, for, you know, keeping us updated and keeping us moving forward on this project. And, without you guys, this wouldn't be possible, so a huge thank you for you guys, out to you guys and your crew, and I know they worked weekends, and I would drive by here in the evenings and I'd see you guys working, so I just wanna thank you for that, so. Idam ya.
I'd like to call up Brett Christopherson to come up. He's a project manager. All right.
So, thank you. For those that don't know me, Brett Christopherson, I'm a project manager with Consolidated. I was just merely the face of this project. It's the gentleman over there that really made it happen. So, there's been a lot of thanks to CCC today. I guess I gotta turn it around to everybody else and thank both SWO and the city of Sisseton. You know, we came in here, this is, a different place for us to work. We work on the western side of the Dakotas, and then back east into Minnesota and Wisconsin. So this was a new place for us, and you guys opened us with, open arms, so thank you to that. To the Sisseton-Wahpeton people, you know, it was a call on a whim from Mr. Marski and his team and you guys to us, and I think in the end, my good buddy Jesse Larson over there taught me the word coda, and there's a lot of friends that were made as part of these projects, so thank you. We look forward to finishing the other 3 projects and then hopefully teaming up on other projects in the future, and we really hope you guys enjoy this building, get good use out of it, and it's a useful tool to help your community. So, thank you.
If we could call up, Mr. Brian Vincent. Mr. Brian Vincent.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Brian Vincent. I'm Senior Vice President of Consolidated Construction. A lot of people have seen the face of Brent Christopherson, our project manager, and Brent Knudsen, who's been here, like we said, basically from the beginning of the project till the end. We had a lot of our self-perform guys out here for the carpentry, the concrete. The gantry building we did for your team had our steel crew out here. So we brought a lot of our own resources into this project to try to get it facilitated. It was definitely a moving target. From day one, we had a pretty good idea what the outside of the building looked like and the structure, and then we kind of rolled into it week by week as changes were made. And everybody in the team, Dean's team, Brent's team, and Brett's team, all kind of rolled with what we knew, what we didn't know. And it would have been a lot easier if we just had all the answers when we started, but we didn't. And we dug in, and here we are. It is a wonderful building. Phase 1 is completed. We're working on phase 2 right now, and we hope to have that in the next few months for your community. So we want to thank the community, the town of Sisseton, and everybody in the community. You've got a great project here, and we plan on sticking around and helping the tribe and the community with any other projects they have coming up, and we appreciate us letting into your community. So thank you again.
Next, we'd like to call up Mr. Dean Marski from HKG Architects.
I'm not gonna talk very long. Yeah, you will. No, I'm not. Bruce Jones was not able to be here. He's down at his family farm down in Oklahoma, but when we first got involved with this is a challenge because the government didn't give us a lot of leeway. We brought in contractors, like Jesse and I talked about. We interviewed 3 contractors. Only one contractor, that was CC, said that they could get this project done. And working with the tribal council, Curtis Francis talked about that Sisseton-Wahpeton is leading and Myrna, that, to get this done, these 3 projects in this amount of time when the government didn't even give us authorization until August of last year. So we're looking forward to hopefully working on other projects, but I'm really happy with how we all work together here. Really had the support of the council at any time, any meeting. We had meetings every week, really came together. I mean, it's a beautiful facility and much needed, along with the daycare and the food pantry. Those have been a long time coming, so it was nice that the priority worked with those and we got it done. So thank you, and we really enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor Jasper?
Thank you, Tribal Chairman Hopkins and the Tribal Council for inviting us here today. I'm here myself, and also have 2 members of our City Council here, Paul Stapleton and Herman Wigleitner. And although COVID has been a very much challenging thing for our community, there are some positive things that have happened in our community because of it. And I guess even though this has been so tragic for our community and many families, the challenge, I think, has brought us together as a community to fight something that has affected us all. And it's also given our community an opportunity to look at maybe some outside financial resources that will come to our community to put together a structure like this that will benefit our community for many, many years. So I just, again, am looking forward to, as a city council, working with the tribal council in the future and try to do whatever we can together to benefit all the people in our community. So thank you very much for the invitation.
Next, we'll call up Dickie Johnson. He's the chairman of the District Chairman's Association.
My real name is Kenneth Johnson. That's where Vicky keeps it. I don't know either.
I just want to thank you council for getting this done, and people greatly needed this, and it'll help a lot of families, and again, thank you all for being here.
I'd like to call up, when we were, a year ago, we stood outside, less than a year ago, we were outside. I think some of you were there, and we had the groundbreaking. And for me, my name is Crystal Owen. I'm the community planner for the Oyate. And I do a lot of work with community. I'm also the chairman of the Henry Swim District for today. And I just want to say, Nina Wahpeton, to our tribal council past, the ones that brought this forward. I'd like to remember to acknowledge Michael Roberts, our former planning director, as when this money fell down and $24 million fell down into our laps at the Oyate. 24 million from COVID came to the tribe. People were like, what are we gonna do with this money? Well, how are we gonna spend it? And Michael and the team at planning and got, advice from Dean and all these other, got this construction company, brought everybody to the table and said, let's build something that's lasting. So they thought of this COVID isolation facility for if our people get sick, they have somewhere to go. They thought about the Head Start so that the parents could work. Many of our parents have to continue to work they work at the casinos. Our casino employees are hard workers. And so they needed a place to take their kids. If the teachers or anybody, we needed a daycare for our place for our children to be safe. And I was at the table too when I listened to the conversations between Devon and the whole team and Dean Marsky as he was asking her, how do you want this to look? What do you want in your daycare? So I got to experience that. I got to experience the food pantry. I drove by there just today and I started to cry because I was so thankful. You guys seen our little Ushika food pantry? Just that little pitiful looking building? Our people were getting the best. Gino and his staff were doing the best that they could out of that food pantry. But when COVID hit, we had to try and, the DARE team had to try and feed everybody. We had to have a place to pool our resources. We needed a big kitchen, we needed shelving, we needed all these things. And you go look at that food pantry out there right now, it's standing. There's cars there, people are pulling in, a semi pulled in and unloaded. We have a lot more room now to store food. And during this pandemic, if you can see a raise of hands, how many of you have been affected? You know somebody who's had COVID. You lost somebody that you love. And I think just about everybody in this room has been through that. I didn't know what it meant until last Saturday, when my son and my 2 daughters and their dad and my son-in-law were all affected by COVID. My son came out of IHS and he called me and he said, Mom, I'm positive for COVID. I'm sick. I don't feel good. Where am I gonna go? I said, maybe I could get you into I-29. He called his sisters, we had a little family talk, and she said, you might as well come home, brother, because 11 people live in the house and 5 of us are sick. The other 3 got tested the next day, the other 4. So all the adults, the 6 kids so far, pray to God that they don't get sick. But they've been in that house, they've been living together. My son is asthmatic, he's getting over it now. But I thought about this place, this building. As you walk, you're gonna walk down the halls and you're gonna see, you're gonna feel the good energy in here. And from all the stories from the COVID, of our people that are suffering, people who don't have anywhere to go, people who have grandma at home, they don't want you coming into the home because you have COVID. So we've been putting them over at the I-29. And it's not an easy process, but I saw that with our DARE team last Saturday. It was Saturday afternoon, way after hours, I called. My son needs help. They're gonna be all quarantined. There's 11 of them. They can't go into the store, they just gotta go right home. Well, that evening, they brought a bunch of groceries. They laid it out on their stairs. Bags, water, groceries, medicine. They brought all of that. So I saw firsthand how this DARE program helps our people. And I saw that they are there in a minute. I know that they call my kids and ask how they are. So it's very important that we have this building. When our people come in here, we're gonna be able to take care of them. We're still working out with the team. The DARE team is still working out on the policies and the procedures, because every building needs one. We have to figure all those things out, and I think we're almost there. So these are some of the things that I'm just so grateful for today. Every one of you in this room who have brought something to the table, and even out there, the people who are listening, the ones who have prayed. I just want to say that I pray too for all the ones that you hear who have COVID over this past year. It's truly been horrific when we think about our relatives, our elders who have died, who have passed away. I still can't believe it when I think about some of them, all of them. It's terrible. So now we have this building finally. Now we can all work together, and those who are sick, they have a place now. They have a place where they can rest, where they can be away from their family, and hopefully nobody else gets sick. These masks. I'm glad to see everybody has their mask on, because these masks are lifesavers. Our tribe back in March was one of the first ones we were started. Chairman said, get those masks, get some people and make masks, because at the time it was a shortage. These fancy N95s and the medical masks, you couldn't get them because all over the country there was a shortage of masks. So we reached out to the community, and women came forward and said, I'll sew. So they were sewing, and we were giving masks wherever we can. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, to our chairman, to our city council, to every single one of these builders. They came forward, and I didn't believe it. I was like, CCC is going to come in here and they're going to build 3 buildings in 1 year? No way. No way. Because our track record of building among the Sisseton-Wahpeton Oyate hasn't been very positive for the most part. There's always changeovers, and we need more money, we need this, all these things. These guys had a budget, they stuck with it. And we got 3 buildings up. I'm still in awe. 3 buildings, huge. I don't know how many total square feet, footage of all of them. I'm sure it's over 10,000, I don't know. It's a lot. They built it. And I'm just so thankful to all of the team that you didn't let us down. Because during this time of pandemic, it's been hard on everybody. So I really, from my heart, I just want to really say, Sisseton-Wahpeton, a big, big thank you. Because this building is gonna save, we're gonna save some lives, and so are these masks. So I thank you, and I wanna bring forward Brett Knudsen. Brett, come forward.
I don't know why we're all talking into a mic that's not turned
I
on. So I want to explain what Dion's bringing up here. This blanket is just a symbol of who we and what we come from as Dakota people. As Dakota people, we come from the Sisseton-Wahpeton Oyate, the stars. We come from there, and when we pass away, we go back to the Milky Way. And so we present this in remembrance of our people, to people that help us. And so to my Koda, Brett, Myrna, you, the secretary and one council lady are gonna present this blanket. On behalf of the Sisseton-Wahpeton Oyate. And then I'm gonna ask the drum to come sing a Wahpeton song, a thank you song. And Brett, as the lead man, is gonna shake everybody's hand, or a fist pump, if we can. If you guys do believe in that. So, that first song they sang came from Louis' brother, who has gone to the spirit world. And it was a song of strength, and in remembrance of time like this, to remain strong. And this song here is a Wahpeton song that we give thanks for what we have and what we have received. So, why not? We're doing it.
tour, I wanna call one more person up, or a couple people. I wanna call Sonny LeBlanc. You know, this work is gonna continue on, and Sonny and his team of DARE workers have been there from the beginning. They have been working hard. They have been, doing things that sometimes none of us wanna do. I seen, one of their workers, he said he had to transport somebody, and they had them all, suited up. They had that thing over their face, and they had a gown on him, and on his shoes, gloves on. He was ready to drive somebody where they needed to go, because they had COVID. So these guys have been here since the beginning. They put up with a lot, and I just want Sonny to know that our Oyate and is very thankful to them and their team. If the team members can come up with Sonny. Come on, team. Our DARE team.
I'll have them introduce themselves because we're all adults here. So we'll start with the youngest of the crew.
Okay, well, I'm Guinea DeRosie. I'm a part of the DARE COVID response team. I'm Tammy Dakota. I'm Doris Lewis.
We have one more.
And Wayne is on the phone.
Oh, the COVID hotline, he's on the phone. Don't sleep. I just wanted to thank leadership and all the people involved in making this happen. There's a lot of gray area with COVID, and there's been a lot of challenges for our community. This building will hopefully provide an opportunity for our people to get a head start when it comes to the health side of it, where we're learning how to communicate to our healthcare providers to provide services for our people. A lot of times when they're calling the hotline, we're already behind the track record. They're already sick. They're in a situation that they're calling 911. And my team and I are not healthcare providers. We're people that have compassion, that dealt with some difficult situations. It's very depressing. There's been some traumatic situations, as you would call it. But thankful to the programs and the people and the leadership, we can provide a service for our people. We can give our people a head start so they don't have to go to the hospital with nothing. That with working with the IHS, with Mr. Jordan and his team, and with our programs that we have, you know, the secretary and her programs, that we can provide some services, that we can give them an opportunity, a fighting chance, because it's really affected our community. And that first wave was really the end of December and the middle of January is when it finally started to calm. And I just wanted to thank everyone, and I believe there's a lot of effort and real thankfulness for this opportunity, because it's gonna take a community to take care of every member. It's just not us and our team, it's a community thing. We raise a child together. We have no orphans. We've been, that's the mentality that our older ones would share when you would sit with them. So we try to be a team to help. There's a lot of programs that are, there's so many that are part of this project, and it's a beautiful thing. And I just wanted to thank the construction people. It's been challenging, like they said. There was so much gray area, and dealing with the guidelines and the stipulations. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a good day in SWO. for our people.
And before you're done, we've had 2 new families since we got here. That just got
She said COVID don't sleep. We just got 2 families within the time frame, within an hour. So it's starting to, I think we're starting our second wave. Timing is everything. So with the multiple programs involved and the response to COVID and mitigating towards it, I think we can give our members a better chance of survival.
Thank you all. And just 2 more things. I want to acknowledge Breon Lake. Breon, if you could just come and, you know, he's been there through all of the groundbreakings, and he's been just such a really big help. Breon, and I don't know if you would like to say just a few words and some of the things you've seen, or.
Brent can tell you I was hard working, trying to make a better facility for our people. I wasn't letting anything slide. So there's a few things that we nitpicked him on, and no, if it ain't done, we ain't signing nothing yet till it. But last Thursday, we did a walkthrough, and everything that I had addressed, he fixed. And so we're getting a great facility, you know, it's state of the art. And one of the things with this building is that each room has its individual furnace and air exchanger. So anybody that's COVID positive, everything will go out. It can't transfer to the next room at all. It doesn't share the air in each one. So they're all individual HVAC units in there. And so that's what is it, 150 CFM positive in the room. So these are all negative rooms. So it'll keep everybody safe here. As long as we follow the guidelines that come with this building, we'll stay safe. And so, you know, this is something that we needed. As facility manager, I'm trying to find new buildings all the time. So we got 3 new buildings added to the SWO, and my job is to hand something over to the next generation with the added value to the track. So this really helps with that. And I just want to say about that much, and say, you know, we'll get out to everybody, and thank you again.
Okay, now we'll get started with our tours, but one more person I want to thank. One more, I promise, this is it. And this is Charlotte Kjolk. Charlotte, you're out there, you hear us? Charlotte has been providing medicine, traditional medicines, to our families on her own. All fall, spring, summer, she picks medicines out there. She makes teas, balms, cedar, sage. Back when this pandemic first started, I got a 95-year-old mom at home. We're all scared, we're in the house, we don't want to go anywhere. I heard a knock at the door. I didn't see anybody. I went and I opened, and there was a brown paper sack sitting on my porch. Brought it in and opened it up, and there was teas, instructions how to boil. There's some steamers, how to put this in water and put your face over it and steam it. There's some honey. She brought all of that to our house. And she's been going around to everybody that she knows who has COVID. She leaves them a bag of traditional medicine with all the instructions. And I'll tell you that, I think that was a lifesaver for my kids, because they use that right now. And so, thank you, Charlotte, for your teachings, for your beautiful heart, your generosity. So if all of you see Charlotte in the community, let her know that we do, and I'm sure all of you do, that all of you who know, we do appreciate you, Charlotte. We love you. So, okay, we'll get started with, you got one more thing?
The first 4 rooms, apartments are all the same, all the way down. But about halfway down, there's 2 2-bedroom apartments. So, I mean, so they're all the same.
Yeah. And Brent and the guys will be here if you have any questions as you take your tour down.
The construction. For COVID.
Yeah, phase 2 is on this side, the wing, but it's not completed, and that's what they're working on right now.
Those will be single rooms.
May 2021. Okay, you can just take your little walk down. Thank you for coming.
So this is what we see when you first come in. It's like a check-in type of area. And then the wing this way is, looks like office space, and it will be phase 2.
Oh, wow. That's a long ways down.
It says behavioral health. Looks like a little kitchen. Okay, so we're gonna go in one of these and check it out. So we walk in and we get to a kitchen. Looks like it's all stocked with stuff. And then there's a little eating area right here. And then this is the living room. A nice big window. We go in here. In the closet. And then here is the bedroom. It's really nice. And then here is the bathroom. Say hi to the off-res people, Susie.
Hi, off-res people.
It's Susie Innes. And then they even have their own washer and dryer. So that's the 1-bedroom units. And we're gonna go check out the 2-bedroom. This is quite the trek down the hallway here.
Nice TV.
We'll see you.
Okay.
Did a great job, Jerry.
That looks good.
This is nice.
The closet.
Pretty nice.
And then this one is a 2-bedroom unit. So it looks like they still got some stuff coming. It's kind of a small room. I like all the light in these rooms. And they have nice furniture, closet space. There's the bathroom. And you got washer and dryer.
Okay. Who I know on the council, they already German.
Oh, yeah.
And
And I
big
know
closet.
Yeah, I grew up with Valerie.
Well, you did, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice fellow. True, yeah, I've known him my whole life.
So there are huge windows in here. You can see how far down it goes. And then the Woodrow Wilson Keeble Memorial Healthcare Center is just right across the way there.
All right, we'll see you later.
So in one of the other units, you can see that the Dakota Crossing is right there. And then IHS Clinic is right there. Okay, everybody, we just got done with the tour. And I think I forgot to ask when it's going to open. So when are they opening it, Lorraine? Do you know?
What?
Do you know when they'll start taking people?
You didn't say?
Oh, they didn't say. Okay.
I don't think they got that far yet.
Okay, so this has been the tour. Say hi to the off-res people, Lorraine. Hi.